Welcome to the Drunkard's Path. I'm Shelley, and today we have a few things to talk about, some things that came into the shop and what I've been working on. But first, I want to say this is the last video we're going to put out before we leave for Houston, which will be on November 1st to the 5th. So I just want to let you know you are still able to order the whole time, but we will not be able to process that order till we get back. So there'll be no pickups, deliveries, or shipping during the 1st to the 5th. But we'll get right on it as soon as we get back on the 6th. But we'll have like lots to tell you, I'm sure. So I just wanted to make you quite aware that go ahead, order during those times. It's just that we're not going to be able to deliver on those until we get back on the 6th. That will be the first day we'll be able to process those orders. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the couple things that we just got into the shop that you can get. The first one is a quilt kit, an entire quilt kit called Feels Like Fall by Sandy Gervais. This kit is, let me see, it comes with the pattern, the fabric, and for the top and the binding, and it finishes at 75 by 82. So you've got these nice sunflowers and pumpkins, a very, very fall feel to this one. And here's another look on the back, and it comes in this nice sturdy box. So everything is inside, and this is available at drunkardspath.com. As well as we have a new pattern. It's called Granny's Teapot. And this one is layer cake friendly because it calls for 42 10-inch squares. And this one ends up at 59 by 75. Really cute old-fashioned teapots. I just thought that was just a really cute pattern. And we also have this new color wheel. If you're ever wondering what color goes with what color, like if you pick like an orange, you just go across, you think the best color would be this blue. You're probably getting a lot of glare from the packaging, but it has the entire color wheel, and you can see there's probably a tutorial on how to use this particular color wheel, but we have a couple of these in stock, so it just makes choosing colors that much easier. We also got 2 more Kona solids in, and this one is called Honey, and we're trying to build up our Kona solid inventory so you can have quite a collection to choose from. I really like the solids because they're great for backgrounds, or maybe you want to offset block with just like a plain block in your quilt. Lots of reasons. Maybe this could be like an inside of something, like a bag or just different types of things. They're very, very handy and useful, and they're economical too. So all of our Kona solids are $10.50 a yard. We also have, I got this really nice Christmas red. I just specifically picked this one up because we're coming into that season. So I have a green, a nice bright green, and the red will make lots of maybe like that, say wine bottle bags or stockings or whatever your Christmas projects are going to be. This is a really, really nice, brilliant red. Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm working on, or I have worked on. In our house, we have kind of a tradition of anybody in our family has a stocking with their name on it. And I've made all so far in the past, but now we have our newest member, which is our granddaughter, baby Thea. And this is what I made for her just this past weekend. So she has her very own stocking as well. And I made this stocking out of our Oh What Fun collection. So we have, it's a pink background with all these really retro Santa Clauses and reindeer and little presents and whatnot. And then I used my embroidery module on my machine to make Thea's name. And I just stuck it on that piece of the red that we just got in, the red Kona solid, which I also use for the inside and the little hang up little ribbon. So it's a very quick project, and it's very cute. I just love it. I just can't wait till she's old enough to be able to have fun with all the presents that are going to be inside. And I'm so excited that I I have a quilt top finish to show you. This took me about 1.5 years to complete, only because it was called the Bliss Quilt Along by Fig Tree and Company, put out by Fat Quarter Shop. Now, in their Sew Sampler boxes, each month they would have a new Sew Sampler box, and in it would have the pattern for a new block. So the blocks, I think, are 12 inches, or it could be 10.5. But anyway, they're a good size. And each month you would get the pattern, and then at the end you'd get the finishing pattern. So I have all my blocks one by one in here, and each month I would sew the block, and I'd keep up on it. And then finally I got the finishing pattern, and I saw it and I was like, ooh, yikes, there's like a ton of flying geese on here. So I kind of put it on the back burner, but I did complete it this weekend, so yay for me, because I got it all done. So it's a square, and I can't remember the exact size. No, it doesn't say in the front. Okay, so here's the whole quilt. These are the individual monthly blocks. I guess it's upside down because that's a basket. These ones all around the outside are all each block that came month by month. And then these 4 blocks right here, they were in the finishing pattern. So those were a little cumbersome, but they turned out pretty good. And I had a Fat Quarter bundle that I used for this quilt top, with all the, like, not the background, but all the colored bits. And I used almost every single bit of that Fat Quarter bundle. I wanted to make sure I used as much as I could. These flying geese all should have been red according to the finishing kit, or finishing pattern. But I thought, no, I want to use it. I want to use all my scraps as much as possible. So I think it turned out pretty good. Now I just have to get it quilted and bound, and I can check this one off. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's very colorful. And of course we have to have a little cross stitch thrown in there as well. So I have recently been working on one called Monthly Weigh-In by Stitching with the Housewives, and this is the September pattern, and it's got like a little scarecrow. This one's kind of tiny, but I couldn't show you the chart because it's a lot bigger. And it's got like a weigh scale and some pumpkins, a scarecrow, and some flowers. It's really cute. And I chose for the floss was the Classic Colorworks floss rather than the DMC. But this is my progress so far. I have it about halfway done. It's a really big piece of fabric. That's why it's folded, so there's like plenty of room to put the rest of it. But I have the pumpkins and the weigh scale. And I just have to work on the scarecrow with some of the flowers, and then that one will be completed. Don't know how I'm going to finish it yet, but so far so good. Now here's Angelus to show you our newest Christmas collection and to talk to you about our latest sale.
So we got a sale going on right now until November the 7th, and that's on everything that's on Halloween stuff. All our Halloween collections, I believe we have 4. You can see on the front page of our website, drunkerspath.com or drunkerspathquiltshop.com. Right there you can see the Halloween stuff, or you can search for any of the Halloween stuff. It's all 20% off. So it ends a whole week after Halloween, so you have plenty of time to look through all the stuff, even though Halloween's coming up soon. But for now, we're going to be looking at our last Christmas collection that came in. It's the biggest one we have so far. And it's called Good News, Great Joy. There's a fair few, so I'm only going to go over about half of them right now. Just show you the ones with the same pattern, but a different color backgrounds to them. And this one right here, to start off with, is Frost. This next one here with the same pattern is called Midnight. And as opposed to the other Christmas collection, this one's less of a like vintage theme, and it's more still traditional, but cleaner. This next one with the same pattern with the mistletoe and doves and all that stuff is also called Frost. Okay, next pattern we got here is called Snow, and it has a lot of these poinsettias and different colors, different blues, and obviously the red. Next one, Icicle. Same as the last with a more light blue, nice background. And lastly, another Midnight with the same poinsettias. Nice dark background. And the last pattern we have here is a tree pattern. This one's called Cranberry. And the last one we have here called Icicle. This pattern at the night we had as a vendor at the Sarnia Quilt Guild actually sold really well. This type of color, there's another one that you'll see in the next video that has this same kind of light blue, kind of turquoisey color, also sold really well. So I think people really like this kind of blend. Okay, so that's the first half of Good News, Great Joy. Covering the next half in the next video. Right now we have block number 8 of Sewcialites.
Now to start block 8. This one is experienced, and after looking through it, yep, it sure is. This one is by Charisse Nicole, and there's a lot of pieces. But before we get started, I just want to let you know, before I started any of these blocks, I took all my fabrics and I used this spray starch because it makes a difference. If you starch your fabrics ahead of time, when you cut them, they become a little more stiff, and your cuts, I don't know if you can see here, I'll just slide it. There's a lot of little pieces in this one, and you can see that the cuts are very precise, but that starching really helps with it, and you don't get as much shift when you're putting fabrics, you know, face together and sewing them. So I'm a starcher, and that's just the way I do it, but if you're not comfortable with that, then you do it your way as well. So to get started, I cut all my pieces. Well, this one goes all the way to piece P, so there's a lot for a 6-inch block here. So let's get started on the first step is a C to a D, and then joining them to the B. So it says to make 4. So I will show 1 and then continue on. All my C's and all my D's. And I'm just gonna chain piece these ones together. And my stitch length has been set. And you might hear a blue jay in the background, but not much we can do about that. That's okay. We don't mind. There's one. Let me tell you, these are small pieces. I think these are like 1 1/4. But, you know, you need to be challenged once in a while. This machine's pretty good. It's got a knee lift, so I can have my hands free up here. So I can just lift the foot with my knee. Okay, I'm going to iron each of these open and be right back. Okay, now you're going to join the B to the D and C, but make sure the D is to the left, and it says to make 4 of those. So we're gonna grab our B pieces and set it up, and we're gonna chain piece these ones and go down and okay. Snip those apart, and again I'm going to iron open. Okay, so I've got 4 units that look like this. So we're going to put those aside for now and continue on. Okay, next step, A. Put your G on the A, and just to be 100% transparent, I just did this one and messed it up. I had them the wrong way. So, doing this again, the G, which is, let me see, this color. Okay, it goes on here. Let's see if we get it right. Now we need to go from here to here. Okay, we're going to spin that around. And get the orientation correct. Here we go. Trimming board. Trim it up. That iron, and it is correct. Let's get a J, and it's going to go on this side, and we're going to swing that around. Okay, down, and away we go. Trimmer. Gonna iron it open. And the blue. Okay, it's telling me to make 3 more of these, so I'm going to do 3 more off camera, and we'll come back for this step over here. Okay, so I'm going to show you the second one. This one here with the red and the green. I'm going to show you the orientation. You can see the dashed line right here. So make sure you, instead of going that way, make sure you go the correct way. So hold the piece up like it shows in the pattern. So we're going to take an A and an M. That's why it's really good to have these alphabetties. We're going to put it on top. Line it up really good. And it wants me to sew from this corner to this corner. So I'm going to turn it around because it's just better to sew from the middle out, because sometimes if you start here, sometimes that gets sucked down and there's a little hole right below where your needle's going down. And doing it like this, you avoid that issue. Okay, so we'll cut it off and I'll show you. Do we have it going the right way? At least I hope so. Cut that off. Okay, so if I open it, according to that picture, yes, we are going the correct way. So I'm going to do all the rest of them and carefully watching which way these are going. Okay, so all 4 units are done. 2, 3, and 4, and we'll set those aside and we'll go to the next step, which is taking a piece E and we're gonna cut it in 4 like it says, corner to corner. A little ruler and just turn it pretty close. Didn't seem to shift, so there. We have 4 pieces. Oh, it says to do that to E and H, so we'll do this 4 times. Okay, with that being done, I cut each one K, H, or E, H, K, and N. Cut them into 4. Go to the next page and cut the fabric F, I, L, and O just in half, or from corner to corner. So we will do that. Okay, I have those cut now, and these alphabetties are really doing their job today because I think I would be lost without some kind of marker on these things. Okay, so we're going to go with an E to an H. So again, watch your orientation. So we're going to grab an H, and it goes like that, and an E, and it goes like this. Okay, making sure. Okay, so we're gonna sew these two together, but be careful that you do not stretch anything. Now this is going to be tricky to keep things lined up. Okay, so down. Corners want to shift. There. I'm going to iron that. Snip off the little dog ears. There. Okay, so like in the picture, the blue and the green, and then we're going to grab an L and we're going to sew one side to the other. Okay? Again, be very careful not to stretch or move. Okay. Down. Try to keep to your 1/4 inch as much as possible. Still wants to move, so cut it out. There we go. There. Iron that one open. Again, trim off these dog ears. Now it says it has to measure 2 by 2. Oh, sorry, this one here, 2 by 2. So, let me just see. I've got a small square here, and I'm gonna put, let me see here. A little bit has to be trimmed off. I trimmed it down 2 by 2. I had to stand up to do it because it was really hard to see. I had to make sure that was my center point. So I kept it looks good. So it tells me to do this 1, 2, 3 more times with the different colors. So I'm gonna get that done and then we're gonna come back. Okay, I did that right. Yay. Now I laid them out, matching exactly like this. And now I'm gonna sew these 4 together and hopefully it'll be okay. That everything matches up. Wow, you need to take a breather. This is a hard one. Okay, so let's fold them together, right sides together. Put it on exactly. There are so many seams. Okay, take your time. Fold these 2 together. Okay. Snip. Okay. Open. Looks good. Make sure we do not lose our orientation. So I'm going to just iron it and then face it back the way it should be. Right, yep, okay. This one. Not bad. It's not bad. Okay, double check. The red, the pink, the blue, everything's going the right way. Now we're going to sew these ones together. So the most important thing is to get the middle seams to line up. I'm going to put a pin on the other side. And can probably line that up. Again, there are a lot of seams. Keep your 1/4 inch. Let's see how we did. Okay. All right. Looks good. Okay, now we're going to get our orientation correct on all the rest. So, let's just bring our design board down. You got a little leftover. Some of these triangle pieces, you didn't need that many. All right, so we have our corners. Let's put a corner here, and then we'll take the blue and the green. There it is. Okay. I know I'm probably in the way of the camera, but I have to lay it out. Blue and green, and then we have another one of these, and that goes like that. Get our middle piece for the red. It's going up like that. Okay. have a red and a green. This goes like this. This goes like this, like that. And let me see. Okay, like that. Okay. So your 4 goldy yellow corners. Your flying geese. Everything looks good. So let's do the top first. So I'm gonna put this one on. The other side. That looks good. That goes on the top. And might as well just do the bottom. And then that flips like that. I'll iron them after I get them all together so I can see which is the best way to nest. Okay, so I'm going to do that side. I'm gonna have to pin that. Looks good. Okay, put our other side on. We're going to match up the end piece. We didn't want to cut off our point. So watch where the needle is. Nope, we're good. We're okay. So I think, yeah, gonna iron those out and do the opposite for the top and bottom so we can get nesting going the correct way. Sometimes the fabric just lets you know which way to go. Okay, so those are out, so these are gonna go in. So, top to the middle. Pin on the end. Pin on this end. Okay, let's nest up. You can feel it. Add a pin. Nest down here. So much bulk. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, we're okay. Didn't chop the point off. Okay, now make sure the bottom piece goes on. So let's join our ends first. Nest them. Nest on this end. And put a pin right near the middle. Pin, okay. All right, let's give this a good press and we'll have a look. Oh my gosh. Okay, we did it. Looks good. I have to say I probably lost 5 pounds of sweat just doing this one. This was, it was difficult for sure. And it should be renamed of the block of 1,000 seams because, I mean, just wow. But you know what? It looks, I like it. I think it's going to look really good. And I'm going to look at that quilt at the end and say, yeah, I remember you. Okay, block 8 done. Number 9. Let's see what the challenge is for that one. Thank you for all your trust and patronage. And as always, keep sewing, keep stitching.